Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. What do I have for you guys today? Is a $27,500 battery leasing price for Onvo L90 possible? Is that possible? The CEO said he has a big surprise for us. And also he said that the company will be profitable by the end of this year, 2025. Very interesting indeed, the times that we live in. Onvo L90 offers competitive pricing, we know that. BAS model attracts broad customers because people don't want to own the battery, because they don't want battery degradation. They can get a premium car at a cheaper price. Challenges rivals with large size and innovative battery leasing. Guys, it has started and this is the year for us. This weekend, the hottest quote in the new car making community came from William Lee. Allow me to say that again. This past weekend, the hottest quote in the new car making community came from Emperor William Lee, the CEO of Nio. Keep the suspense, but the Onvo L90 starting price will definitely be under 41,000 US dollars. We know it's going to be way under that, but during a live stream at the Hi-Fi Factory on July 6th, he joked around. No choice, we've got to fight hard now, reflecting the intensified competitive landscape of the $35,000 landscape, EV SUVs after Xiaomi YU7 arrival, and his insistence on Onvo's positioning as a battle-ready brand. But why is that? As I read on, you will be amazed. The L90 is set to open pre-sales on July 10th this week, the same day as my son's birthday, 22 years old. Based on publicly available information, the only mystery surrounding this flagship model is its final price. The Onvo L90 is set to open pre-sales on July 10th. When Onvo brand was launched, William Lee emphasized, listen to this guys, its target range would be 200 to 300,000 RMB, which is between 28,000 to 42,000 US dollars. The L90 is now aiming for the upper end of this range because he said it'll be beneath 41,000, so probably around 39. We don't know, but he says a surprise is coming. However, the BAS-driven battery lease model means the actual price range has significant flexibility. Yes, to lure people in. For example, the L60 has an MSRP of $28,900, but under BAS, it can be leased for as low as $20,600. Unbelievable, with a fridge in the trunk. If true, would that affect its configuration? So could L90 go full aggressive and drop to a mainstream BAS price of $27,500? Is that possible, guys? A surprise is coming. It says it will go head-to-head with Li Auto i8 and differentiate from Nio's offerings. Let's make a simple prediction. Is $27,500 achievable? Conclusion, not difficult, but requires smart specs and cost control. But we all know that a lot of the tech that's coming into the L90 is in-house technology yet again. Building a large vehicle while keeping the price low is entirely feasible only in China, even for a pure electric vehicle, which is supposed to be more expensive than ICE. But you see, internal combustion engine vehicles were cheaper than electric vehicles for many years, and now that has changed. I'm not sure if you guys realize that shift has taken place. The challenge is satisfying size, technology, features, and value for money. Each edition increases complexity exponentially. Yes, It makes it very complicated. Fortunately, L60 paved the way well. With ultra-low energy consumption, excellent space utilization, which they have learned from, good driving feel, and well-rounded smart features, and a base price of $20,600. It delivered 6,400 units in its first month, even as a debut model for the Onvo brand, and we see the ramp up again now. The L9, and oh, let me say this, guys, with all of the incentives now that they just rolled out yet again, I believe it was last week, for the main brand as well as the Onvo brand, it's interesting. Let's see what happens. The L90 price tag is now partly revealed. It comes standard with an 85 kilowatt hour battery. The battery alone costs $11,800 US. The long range variant starts at $33,000 before BAS and $20,600 after BAS. This is for the L60. To reach a BAS price of $27,500 for the L90 would need a non-BAS MSRP of $39,900. So what they're saying is they're expecting it to come in at $39,900 instead of the Emperor said beneath $41,000. That matches William Lee's statement that the price won't exceed $41,100, a narrow gap of just $1,900. It comes down to whether the L90 product teams delivers. And we know they are lined up in those stores and ready to deliver. Who can it compete with at $27,500? This segment is a battlefield. It includes large plug-in SUVs, plug-in, not pure hybrids. I mean, not pure EVs, but plug-in, like Galaxy M9 and Chery Fengyun T11, and intelligent 5-seat EVs like Xpeng G7. Yes, it's in that price range, but ours is a monster. Now you understand what's happening. We're coming to steal their lunch, their breakfast, their dinner. It also going up against the IML S6 and Li Auto i6 with a sub 200,000 RMB base price, L90 becomes a high value for money, a giant that appeals to more financing-friendly buyers. It also reinforces Onvo's case for bad release. Yes, we know it's all here to stay. Battery as a service is here to stay. We saw the government, I did a video on that yesterday, rolling out standards for battery swapping because the government supports it heavily. They know it's the only way going forward, so both the consumer and the corporation benefits. Unlike with companies with fixed batteries, only the corporation benefit because after the battery is done, the EV is worth like a Tesla. Nothing. The L90 measures 5,145 by 1,198 by 1,766 millimeters, surpassing Nio's ES8 built on the NT 2.0 platform. Yes, it's a beast. By contrast, Xpeng G7 is 4,892. Ours is 5,145. Leo i6 is 4,950. We crushed that. And even the i8 is 5,085. We crushed that with 5,145. Thus, even at $28,000, even at the $28,000 level, US dollar level, L90 is clearly a class above in terms of size. And it also holds its ground against premium. We saw on that clip I showed yesterday where the L90 does over 1,000 tests on its own with artificial intelligence. Unbelievable. Things that I saw as a little boy growing up in the movies has become reality in China. More importantly, BAS can also become a powerful tool for the L90 to attract cost-effective large plug-in hybrid SUVs. In 2025, large plug-in hybrid SUVs will also see intense competition this year. Yes. For example, the Galaxy M9, which we recently experienced, is a typical 532 large plug-in hybrid SUV measuring 5.2 meters in length and 2 meters in width. Other plug-in hybrid SUVs in similar size include the D-Pal, the Chery Fengyun, the GAC Trumpchi, S9 and others, a potential, but it's a low entry price and mature battery swap network of valuable exclusives other brands lack. And we've always spoken about that. It is the winning moat. For consumers, that's compelling. One not so intelligent lad came on my channel yesterday and talking about, well, BYD is working on sodium ion battery. That may make battery swapping obsolete. Poor lad. Especially if a 6-seat full-size SUV can be had at $27,500, the value story is strong. So it's getting very exciting. I don't care if you come up with sodium ion, if you come up with golden ion. I don't care what you come up with. Battery swapping is here to stay because you retain the value of your SUV, of your electric vehicle, and the resale value. It holds its resale value. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.